We are ready for our penultimate bout of this evening. So would you please welcome into the red corner, Thomas Jessing. And would you welcome his opponent into the blue corner, Shah Hussain. This is a welterweight professional mixed martial arts bout over 3 5-minute rounds of action, as sponsored by Go Home Clothing. Go hard or go home. In the red corner, he weighed in at 170.5 pounds and represents Art Suave, Thomas Jessing. And his opponent in the blue corner, he weighed in at 169.5 pounds. He represents Team Crossface, Shah No Pain Hussain. Your referee in charge of the action, Sam Amidi.
Co-main event time here at Lion Fighting Championship tonight in Kent. Out of the red corner from Arte Suave, Thomas Jessing. In this international welterweight contest, taking on Shah Hussain from Team Crossface.
Very exciting matchup, very good pro mixed martial arts contest here out in front of us. Both of these athletes exceptional in their own right. Thomas with some great double leg takedowns, very dominant side control game.
And an excellent jiu-jitsu competitor in Jessing, as showcased last time around on LFC. On the flip side though, Hussain gifted on the ground to be certain. David Lee coached, obviously very good under the Icon Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu team as well, including CSW. Shout out to Eric Paulson. So these two not to the ground yet, but very capable if it does hit there. Front leg side kick, beautiful leaping and attack from Jessing, but Hussain starting to rinse the lead leg there with some leg kicks. Dumps his man down to the ground.
Hussain with some heavy punches, catches the leg beautifully. Puts that overhand left, I believe, down. Thomas now working off his back. Now, Shah Hussain, like we said, David Lee in his corner, exceptional jiu-jitsu team here. Look for him to pass. He's got vicious ground and pound from the top.
And a great passing game to match it. But Jessing doing a great job of holding him down with the right overhook right now. And that's just a testament to the grip strength. Keeping it real tight to the chest of Hussain as well.
Jessing looking for that full guard there, using that butterfly hook beautifully, holding the head, which is really important, not allowing his counterpart to posture up and rain down punches and elbows.
Hussain, though, keeping the hips tight and going to work to try to stand up. Referee in charge, Sam Amidi, looking for both guys to continue to work here to improve their position, but make no mistake, there's a very big struggle going on right now, Dean.
Back and forth jiu-jitsu. If you see Shah, he's trying to he gets the overhook there, alleviates the overhook from Thomas Jessing. Both of these fighters here are looking for positional advantageous. They want to look to pass around the side. Shah's going to posture up, under in some shots, but he needs to pass the legs of Jessing here.
And both fighters continue to struggle here with the grips. It's certainly been the overhooks from Jessing that have been beneficial, and that collar tie. Now with a right hand on the collar tie. Shah, though, going to work on that right leg, looking to step over into half guard, but Jessing recovers. A real game of cat and mouse here.
Beautiful recovery of the butterfly hooks there. He's using them to control the hips of Shah. Shah needs to pass those legs as Jessing uses it to stand up and drag Shah down to the mat, but Shah's having none of it. He stands up against the cage, lovely. Working the overhook of his own there on the left arm.
And looking to pummel in with his right. Jessing thrusting the hips in, trying to destabilize the base of Hussain. Hussain breathing here, and we're gonna get a split. This is huge. Both men had jockeyed for position, neither able to secure an advantage. And we're back here in the middle of the ring, southpaw for Hussain.
Hussain known for his power in his strikes. Working on the outside, nice body kick there. That seems to have hurt Jessing as he shoots in. That's a telltale sign the fighter's hurt. He'll go for a direct shot, so he has time to recover.
And Shah thought about using the cow catcher there to flick him around, but Jessing retains guard. And this is critical for Jessing. A grimace as Hussain goes to work on the far side. You can see him punching the body. But Jessing able to find time to recover here. This is critical.
A real jiu-jitsu for MMA chess match here. Both of these fighters are known for their positional awareness and dominant jiu-jitsu game. And at the moment, they're kind of cancel each other out on the floor. They're both working some body punches here. Jessing working the butterfly hooks beautifully, and more importantly, holding down the head of Shah Hussain.
And full guard for Jessing, well done. Locks that one up, closes it in. Continually controlling with one arm or the other, the head and the other the overhook of Hussain. Hussain postures up, and Jessing sucks him back in, breaking the posture down.
Hussain needs to think about trying to posture up and passing those legs like he did earlier on in the fight. But Thomas, again, cinching up that overhook, keeping Hussain close to him, not letting him pass. Again, it's difficult for Jessing to throw up some effective submissions being stuffed up against the cage like that. He really needs to work away from the cage.
But Jessing has certainly found time to recover here and regain his wits after getting smacked with that body shot. And 10 seconds to go, we get a stand up again. This is huge. Look for Shah to go to work, but Shah breathing deeply.
Jessing looks for those big punches here at the end of the round. Jessing, almost a sign of desperation, holding on throughout that round. And then at the end of the round, he's looking for those big punches. That body shot could have hurt him, Chris.
But a key takeaway, Shah unable to get out of the guard, unable to pass the guard again there at the end. It starts on the feet in the second. We'll have to continue to see how that will pan out here in the LFC. Round two of a potential 5 more minutes And we're back in the upright. Hussain, though, with the reverse body lock, gets a hold of Jessing.
Jessing opting for that body kick that got him in trouble in the first round. Hussain able to catch it and capitalize, now drags him to the mat. Utilization of the good leg drags there. Shao put the inside of his leg and dragged out Jessing's leg away from the cage, and he's going to creep up to mount. Now he's a specialist in the mount, ground and pound style.
And riding his man to get the hook in again is Hussain. Left hook in, nice and deep here. Good level of control. Jessing trying to shake him down as Hussain continues to struggle for position here on the back, Dean.
Hussain well versed in this position, coming from the pedigree of jiu-jitsu fighters that he trains and teaches him. He's more than able in this position, looking to collapse Jessing here and turn him over.
Possible head and arm choke attempt here from Hussain. And this is absolutely the wrestler's delight in this category, because you don't got to give up mount until it's on.
Hussain here in the mount. He is a beast and very devastating from this position. Look for him to rain down punches. Jessing really needs to get out of here. He turned his back, gave up his back there. Hussain back in with the hooks. Again, he's got that wrist pressure there. On the left arm of Jessing, Shao is on the inside of there, turning it towards Jessing's body. That's wrist control. It takes away the ability of Jessing to posture up and maneuver around while Shao's on his back.
And more importantly, doesn't allow him to lose the position, Dean. Hussain, though, continuing to hold on to that wrist and try and stretch his man out, but Jessing doing the right thing of being patient. He'll time his escape.
Jessing very responsive. He sees him, feels himself get flattened out there, and he instantly turns, moves his hips, goes to the mount, goes to the back.
And Hussain thinking about that choke again, looking to lock up the figure four here. But Jessing making this a game of timing and patience. Great defense from Jessing, but giving up mount, retains half guard, sits in, looking to sink in underneath and play deep.
Excellent work by Jessing there. He's under a lot of pressure up against the cage. He was able to maneuver his hips round and retain that half guard. Look for him to try and open up a sweep here. Dominant shoulder pressure there from Shah.
Oh, what a brutal crossface from Hussain. Staying heavy and nullifying any positional movement from Jessing on the bottom. That is a miserable position. And as you said, Hussain, a specialist in the top position. Controls and puts all of his weight into his opponents.
Excellent downward pressure from Shah. That shoulder, the key here. When a fighter's looking in a certain way, he's unable to turn in the other if he's blocked off by that shoulder. See, now he's alleviated the pressure with the shoulder, and Jessing's able to move more freely on the bottom.
And then the head pressure underneath the chin from Hussain, also important here. If he can't pass, he's gonna make it difficult for Jessing to mount any offense, or moreover, any defense from the bottom.
This is the key in this position. Shah is going to try to sneak through his right leg, but he's using that shoulder pressure to keep Jessing where he wants him. Excellent display of jiu-jitsu from Shah Hussain.
And punishing the far side of the body there. And Hussain now will use elbows and try to, again, control all four corners, the shoulders, the hips. Every single time Jessing tries to renegotiate the position, Hussain disallows it. Although he's got that lockdown there in half guard, Dean.
He's able to use that lockdown here, could stretch out your opponent potentially, but it does ultimately tie you to your opponent. If he's going to work a switch on the inside there, but I think Shah is a bit too savvy with the jiu-jitsu game.
Shah was thinking about getting that arm underneath for a Darce. That's a great setup from half guard where your opponent play deep, you can fish in underneath and catch a choke. Jessing gonna go for it here though. Certain he's down on the cards. Front leg side kick, going in for the rear round kick. Hussain charging like a bull to take him down, but a great defense from Jessing. But Hussain sucks his hips away, pulls at the right ankle, lassos the legs, and look for him to pass here.
Jessing reaching through for that wrestling switch there. He's got his arms clasped around on the inside of Shao's leg there. Watch him to try and suck his hips away to the cage and stand back up. Using that torque to turn over Shao's hips so he can't get much downward pressure.
And what a grueling pace from both men. What energy expended. This has just been exhausting, Dean, to watch, let alone be in.
Thomas Jessing there, getting up slowly from the corner. Shah walks off, feeling victorious. The downward pressure of Shah just too much for Jessing thus far.
We continue here in the third round. Another 5 minutes, Dean. And with both fighters going toe-to-toe, putting everything on the line, you gotta ask yourself, how quick before Shah tries to get on top?
And also, who has expended the most energy in these grappling exchanges? If you hadn't been in that position yourself, you don't grapple, some heavy punches there by Thomas, you won't feel how it is to have somebody on you and suck that life from you with regards to the grappling.
But Jessing gunning for the finish here. He knows he's got to continue to make something happen and avoid the bottom position. I like the fact that he's swapping stances a lot here. That's going to throw Hussain off.
He needs to be really careful about throwing those kicks out though, Chris, because Hussain's grabbed every one of those and put him to the mat.
That being said, if Jessing can be unpredictable, he can land the big one. Oh, but a long left cross lands for Shah Hussain, and then boot in the leg for good measure.
Hacking away at the legs, circling off brilliantly is Shah. Oh, nice knee on the inside there.
Just when you thought he was going to wrestle, he strikes. Hussain with the crab ride here.
Switches straight round to the back, knows exactly where he should be, looking to punch from this position.
Right in front of his fans, cheering him on. And I love the way he punches underneath the guard and then around the top, underneath and over top, alternating, mixing it up.
Getting the knee in on the midsection of Jessing. Stability on the back for Shah.
And look at this, Jessing trying to Granby roll here, trying to invert underneath it. Hussain says, not so fast, this is my house.
Jessing is in a more favorable position here. He's in half guard. Before he had his back taken, he was taking a lot of strikes. He's taking some strikes here, and he's got to be careful that he stays active on the referee might stop it.
But this is what makes Jessing such a tough matchup. He is so determined. A fighter young in his career in the MMA game, but so experienced in grappling, so well coached over there. And Hussain has thrown everything he had at him, and Jessing's still in there playing half guard.
Hussain happy to sit here in the half guard with the downward pressure again. Look to see him trying to sneak his right leg out. What he'll do is he'll pin his head down, put all his weight down on Jessing and try and slip it out. At the moment, he's happy here to just pepper the body. Very confident thus far in this fight, on the stand-up game and on the ground.
Shows the kind of experience this guy's got. And I love the way he constantly adjusts his weight. There we go, sneaking right around the guard, hitting side control. Plenty of time to work with here. Look for Jessing, though, to try and walk off the fence. Hussain sees that and walks a little bit closer towards his right hip.
Again with the shoulder pressure from Hussain, a key factor in this fight. If you just see the pass a second ago there, where Shah passed to the side control, he forced the head of Jessing the other way. Jessing tried to get his knee in, but he couldn't face that way and couldn't move. As he tries it again, watch Shah just force the head with the shoulder and then slip his right knee in.
And forcing it away from that knee makes it nearly physically impossible to shrimp in. There we go, that was what Darcy was looking for earlier.
Jessing trying to switch for the single. Oh, and he gets it, ends up on top.
This is what I'm telling you, man. Jessing never out of the fight, but Hussain able to stick to the game plan, impose his will thus far, and you gotta think that it's really go for broke time for Jessing.
Heavy elbows there from Shah, using the overhook like Jessing did in the same position. Mixing in some shots there, staying active, really comfortable off his back. See if he works up for a triangle here, using that overhook there. Up against the cage, Jessing needs to really do something decisive. He could perhaps go for broke, sit back and go for a leg lock, but again with the stand-up.
And this is do or die time now. Jessing definitely caused some confusion on the feet in the early part of this round, but Hussain showed a willingness to strike as well. Deep shot and a switch by Hussain right to the mount, incredible.
Really heavy hips is Hussain as he glances back to his corner. David Lee instructed him to throw the elbows down.
And he'll use those elbows to also put pressure on the shoulders and climb to higher mount here. More stable territory.
Now you've got to have monstrous confidence going in with somebody like David Lee in your corner, team crossface, ex-UFC fighter, shouting out the exact things to do. There we go, Jessin looking for the arm control to try and pull Shah off his back. Shah frantically looking for those hooks. Needs to come a bit more lower on the back, towards the waistline of Jessin. Otherwise, he runs the risk of ending up on the bottom again.
10 seconds to go. Hussain stretching his man out.
Hussain smart, fighting very smart. Must know that he's above the scorecards, holding on to that dominant position towards the end of the round.
I would describe the performance really as textbook and meticulous. Dotting every I, crossing every T. Jessin was in the fight the whole time, looking, trying, but Hussain able to shut him down for quite a bit of it. A compelling matchup. There was a lot of questions about how it was going to go on the ground, but Hussain a little bit too heavy, a little bit too strong, a little bit too dominant in the top positions. Dean, your assessment?
Excellent fight. We knew this was going to be a great fight. Both very gifted on the floor. Shah, however, able to translate his downward pressure and his dominant jiu-jitsu game on the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a fight. Let's hear it for both your professionals in the ring here tonight, please. But we do have your winner by way of unanimous decision. The blue corner, Shah "No Pain" Hussain.
Now, we knew Tomas Jessin from last time around on LFC, a tough, up-and-coming, dangerous fighter, but you went in there and imposed your will tonight. Your assessment?
Thank you very much, Chris. Yeah, Thomas, I know he's a veteran online fighting championships, and I knew, he's familiar with the crowd, and I'm gonna have to I'll have to bring it to him, yeah, and which I did.
Now, you absolutely cracked him with that body shot early in round one, but then it was straight to the ground for much of the fight. It seemed to me the difference was your control and ability to stay heavy on top and shut him down.
Yeah, with my coach at the back, we were working on that, the hook and the left body kick, and I knew he felt that kick. We were working on it back there, and it worked a treat. So, yeah. So once I had control, I knew I was going to keep him there. I was just a bit gutted that I didn't get the finish. Yeah, I just want to thank, first and foremost, God, for letting me do this. Secondly, I want to thank my teammates, my coach, and Danny, David Lee, and all my teammates from Team Crossface, Icon Jiu-Jitsu, and Blackbeard MMA. And lastly, I want to thank all my sponsors, and I want to thank everyone who's come here to support me. I've had people come from all over the country, sort of Birmingham, South, everywhere. Thank you very much, and thank you for my manager Chris for sorting this fight out for me. And last but not least, thanks to Leo for getting me on the fight.
Shah Hussain, ladies and gentlemen.